So, I'm actually really hyped for 2020 because there's a lot of new animes that are coming our way. For example, we got Plunderer, which I took notes on all of them because I watched all the trailers and then I looked for more trailers and then I read articles about them and whatnot. And I'll put those in the description box below just in case you want to do your own research or whatever. But the first one is Plunderers. The next one is Darwin's Game. Breakers. Smile Down the Runway. And I thought Babylon was one, but that was an old anime, and I actually plan on watching it tonight to see what it's like because I really love psychological thriller animes. Those are like the best ones. They, like, literally the storyline just keeps you, like, you'll binge watch that shit the way the storyline is. Like, it's too enticing. It's too, like, they be building up the anticipation. It's like, what's finna happen next? I need to know. But, yeah, so the thing about Plunderers, it was interesting because it reminded me of that episode of Black Mirrors where everyone was judged by a number. Basically, your social media rating ranked you in life. And it also reminded me of that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake where his time is measured on his arm. You know, his mom died in the movie because she ran out of time. He was like about to meet her at the bus stop, but then he missed her by like a second and she timed out. So basically, these people are ranked by their numbers. So it's basically a completely different class system. It's numbers, and you earn numbers and lose numbers depending upon what your, what I want to call it a quirk, but this isn't My Hero Academia. It just depends on what your aspiration is. So you could be somebody that well, it didn't really do a good job of explaining. I can't really say you could be somebody that's this, but basically the numbers rule their area. Numbers are their class system. So the higher the number, the more important you are. The lower the number, the more inclined you are to die because once you reach a 0, you're dead. So yeah, it looks interesting. They have so much opportunity to make this an amazing anime. So I'm looking out for it. I'm really hyped for it. It comes out January 8th. I'm going to be watching. Are you going to be watching? So the next one is Darwin's Game. So it's basically about this character that comes across this free RPG game. And it turns into this little girl that is trying to have fun with him and at the same time kill him. It reminds me of Future Diaries, kind of like how everyone had a cell phone and they participated in a game where they blogged their diary entry or whatever. And it was this one girl in there that was obsessed with this one boy and she wanted to win so that she could keep reliving her life with him. And I don't know, I'm not sure if it's as sick as that or whatever, but the girl seems like she just likes to play, kind of like in Kakaguri. The way they like to gamble, like, let's get our gamble freak on. Like, that's the vibe it gives me. Niggas just like doing shit just to feel something. That's what it felt like. The little girl was just bored and she's fucking with this dude because why not? Let's play a game. We can have some fun in this game. So that is Darwin's Game. What really interested me in Darwin's Game is the use of the name Darwin, though, because, you know, Darwinism, like survival of the fittest, you know, adaptation and shit like that. So I feel like it's going to incorporate stuff like that into the show where it's informative like Dr. Stone. But the next one is Breakers. Though the thing about Breakers is I looked up and down for a trailer, but I could not find one. At the same time, I read the show synopsis, so it gave me an explanation of it's a bunch of kids that basically sharpen their skills until they reach a certain level where they're basically like super athletes. And they could be super athletes in anything, depending upon what they train towards. And it just looks interesting because, I don't know, like some of them were in wheelchairs. So I just wanted to see how that incorporated itself into the show. I'm not really a big fan of sports anime because they're not the best. And a lot of times the sport is like really weird. Like the last one I watched had robot basketball. The one bull was trying to help his sister regain her ability to walk or some shit. Like, I don't know if she couldn't walk, but it was just weird. It had a black female character as the mechanic, which is the only reason why I watched it. But she doesn't really, she's not in it a lot, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, not a fan of robot anime, not a fan of mecha anime, so yeah, but I'm really interested to see what they do with that. And I don't know, the way the kids are drawn was just really cute too. I can put links for that in the description. Since I don't have a trailer, I could just put pictures and then the link to the synopsis that I read about it. Now, the next one, Smile Down the Runway. All my fashion females, all my fashion guys, all just my fashion people that are into fashion. You will love this show because basically it's going to be like Project Runway, but within an anime with lovable characters and amazing new designs because duh, they're in another country, so they have different inspiration. But I'm really curious to see what happens in this one because, like I said, it gives me Project Runway vibes, but at the same time, they're striving to accomplish something. So I want to see what it is, you know? Like, I want to see the types of dresses they finna make or outfits and shit and the different twists that they put on things and just the personalities of the characters. Is it going to be like Devil Wears Prada? Who knows? It might have those vibes. But I'm just really excited to see, like, what these animes have to offer. If I missed any anime, like, I just wanted to do a few because all of these animes come out in January. So I just did a few so you guys can, like, you know, be prepared for shit that's coming in the anime for 2020. Let me know what you think of these shows, or, like, if you watch the trailers, like, just let me know your opinions. I like to get feedback and know what other people think. I'm going to go finish watching Fruits Basket because it had its last episode. And yes, I'm talking about the new one that came out last year because I already finished watching all of that other Fruits Basket. But I'm going to finish this one because apparently they continued the videos. They continued past the point the old Fruits Basket left off at, where they pull the bracelet off of Kyo and he runs into the forest, Toru following him, and he's this monster and she's just like, I love you regardless. So yeah, like, until next time, you guys.